Hi guys, Helen the Russian here. So New Year's Eve, I'm sure everybody has some interesting stories, and just as I intended, I did not drive late at night, so definitely not at midnight or after, but I did drive during the day and a little bit in the evening as well. So there was honestly, as far as great deal of money, nothing to report. It was a good day for sure, but good day in so much as any other good day would be. So I went out driving in the daytime, so starting probably about 1 in the afternoon, and it was very steady. I can't say busy even, especially towards the afternoon starting getting busy, but the issues popped up, which I kind of predicted in my previous videos. First of all, both apps were glitching, and Lyft glitched on me really badly behind Flamingo, which normally doesn't happen. It starts glitching behind Link, between Link and Koval. This one was particularly bad because it was Lyft line, and there was the second passenger. So I got someone of Tuscany Sweets, and the second pickup was Flamingo. And the minute I got there and picked them up, it started, I would tap on pick up and it wouldn't accept. It kept rolling and rolling and rolling, and then it will go network issue. And the reason it was, as you know, a huge problem, because now I didn't know which passenger is meant to be dropped off first, because usually app tells you that. And the second passenger, it was a couple, he's been drinking. He wasn't obnoxious or anything, but yeah, it wasn't helping. And the first one was a young kid, and he sat in the front seat, he kept just talking in my ear, going, "Oh, you seem to be upset, what's the problem?" And I just felt like saying, just shut the fuck up for a minute, yeah? And I told him, I said, "Well, you can see what's happening. I'm not having the app, it's an issue." He goes, "Oh, it's okay, it's gonna be okay." I'm like, "It's not okay, dude, I don't know where to go." And I have a second phone. It wasn't a navigation issue. I could, if it was only one passenger, obviously I could have just navigated wherever it was, but I needed to know which one gets dropped off, which one gets dropped off second. So it finally, by asking them where they're each going, I guessed, and I guessed correctly as it turned out, but I did not get app back up until I was already on Sands, and I restarted the phone, and only then I got the app back. So that wasn't particularly cool and fairly stressful. And then the second time, Uber glitched, and it glitched around Circus Circus. I picked up some people, I dropped off people downtown, and then I picked up some people on my way out of downtown, and they were going to Circus Circus because someone told them correctly, as a matter of fact, that Circus Circus would still have normal pickup drop-off because the strip closure does not extend that far. Well, the minute I got there, it was Uber, so you know how Uber gives you another ride request before you even completed the first one if it's the location of a drop-off, which it was. So I accepted that, and then I get there, and I was wondering what happened, because there were a lot of people like staring at their phone intently, and before my passengers were even out of the car, this guy came around, goes, "Hey, can I pay you cash for a ride?" And I said, no, you can't. And I kind of opened the window. I said, "Hey, mate, don't ask people. It's illegal. The fine is 25,000. And I thought he was a secret shopper then. But then later I realized, no, he wasn't. Everybody, passengers and drivers, well, whatever few drivers were there, I think just me and some other guy at the time, were having these issues. App was not working. It was glitching. So they could not figure out where their ride is, what's happening. So mine for the pickup, it kept doing that rolling thing. So I kind of thought, okay, well, I'll make a little circle, around Circus Circus right up front without going on the street. You can do that. And I came around and I called the passenger. I was able to call, and they said they're coming. And I said, "Look, you need to hurry up right now." And while I was waiting for them, another guy now, he goes, "Hey, if this one time's out, can you grab me?" And that guy did not look good, honestly. Like, looking at his eyes, it looked like he's been partaking in drugs and booze. And I'm like, no, I'm waiting for my passenger. Thankfully, they got in there, and we pulled out, but it was still rolling. And they were not going far. They were going to Treasure Island. And it's not until Fashion Show Mall when I got the signal, which makes me wonder, because you all know the bulk of our pay comes from the mileage. So when it does that rolling thing and it's not working, is it actually counting our miles, or granted it's not that big of a mile, but still in Vegas we only have short rides, so losing a mile is kind of a big deal if it's only like 2 mile ride, like half a ride you lost and you're not getting paid for it. So yeah, in so much it was a bit stressful, and I can just envisage how it's all gonna go. And also some other passengers were clearly they never been to Vegas before, because they kept asking on how closures will work. And sure enough, so I went home to have some dinner around 6 o'clock, 5:30, and I thought, well, let me think about it. And I kind of thought, okay, I'll go out around 7 for another maybe couple of hours. And initially I thought I really don't want to go to the strip. I'll just see if I can give rides to local people here in Green Valley. And sure enough, my first ride, like I wasn't even out of the garage. I get a ride on Uber, and it's a pre-scheduled ride. So I actually called them before I even, it was fairly long pickup, like nearly 9 minutes to get there. So I said, look, where are you going? And she goes, oh, we're going to Bootlegger, which is, I go, no, that's fine, I'll be there. Because if it was a strip, I was initially going to cancel the ride. So I go give them a ride, and then I kept getting rides. Again, it was stressful. There were a couple of them that ended up no-show. Like one was clear no-show, and another one in the apartment complex. I got there, and she messaged me, texted me saying I'm in building 20, which tells me nothing. I don't know what building 20 is. You know, I don't know why people assume we know that stuff. And in the pitch black, I don't know, I don't see the numbers either. You know, you should be at the front gate if you live at the apartment. But anyhow, so I got to the gate, and there is a gate code needed. So I called her and I said, I'm at the gate. And she was, okay, I'll be right there, instead of giving me a gate code. So I go, okay. So I kind of turn around and wait. And then there was another car coming. So I followed the car and tried to go to where pin was dropped. So I was right on the pin. She wasn't there. And then she texts me. She goes, I'm here. Which I hate. Dear passengers, don't do that. Here, where? That means nothing, really. And then she goes, where are you? And so I went back to the front gate. She's not there. I tried calling her. And she kept interrupting me, going, where are you? I said, I just told you, at the front gate, same place as I was before. So 5 minutes rolled out, and she canceled the ride, but didn't matter, I got paid for it. But yeah, I didn't need any stress like that. And then for a while though, the gate was not, you know how an exit from the apartment, they usually open automatically. Well, this gate got stuck, it wasn't opening, and now there was a line of cars behind me, and I was like, what do we do? Like, do you guys have a clicker? Because they look like they lived in there. Eventually, oh good, something sold on my eBay, yay. Eventually the gate did get open, and I just tried to get out of there. And there were 2 rides I did give to the strip, but here's the thing, and I'm gonna remember it for the next year. I was proactive, because people try to push their luck. You all know people do this all the time. So I pull up to pick this one guy up from the house, and I go, where you going? Before he even got in the car. He goes, Palazzo. I go, that's nice. Strip is closed. Cannot go to Palazzo. Not gonna happen. He goes, okay, well, what's the closest you can get me to? See what I mean? Like, he knew, but he tried to push his luck. So it's best what I call manage expectations. And I thought about it. I said, the closest I can get you would be Sands and Paradise. You're gonna have to walk from there. He goes, okay, yeah, that's fair enough. See what I mean? Yeah. So eventually what had happened is I took him there, and I was able to actually get like halfway on Sands to Palazzo. So we actually gotten further than I thought we would, because then the traffic became really heavy, which is why I didn't want to even attempt it. And he was quite happy, and because he gotten closer than he thought he would, which is, see, with managing expectations properly, it all ends up being good, versus me promising him Palazzo, getting stuck in traffic, him getting annoyed, and yeah, things getting sideways. Same with the group of people I picked up at the outlets, here at the South outlets. Again, they said, well, we're going to the strip, to Platinum, they said. I said, well, I don't think I can get to Platinum, it's going to be closed. Same thing, they go, well, how close you can get us? I said, Paradise and Flamingo. And we ended up, I actually got them as far as Tuscany, which is like, Platinum was right there, that you can see. They only had a short walk. Again, they were absolutely happy, took a photo with me, wished me a happy new year, and everything went fine because I managed the expectations correctly. And there was another ride to the strip again. I went back to Green Valley, and this couple, same deal. They're like, well, we just want to be on the strip. They just moved to Vegas in August, never seen it. Same thing. I explained to them they're gonna have to do a bit of a hooving, and they agreed. So same thing. I took them to Tuscany. I already knew I can get to Tuscany without much trouble, and I done that. So at the end of the day, for that, so about, I'm gonna say 3.5 hours, maybe 4 in the daytime, and another maybe 3 hours in the evening. Yeah, it was about 3 hours. I walked away with about $145. So once again, yes, good day on the average, for your average day, but nothing really to write home about. I didn't see any huge surges during any of that time. I certainly didn't see 700%, that's for sure. Anyhow, I'd love to hear from you guys. Some of you guys, Dana, the wise guy, the Vegas driver. Send me a message, put it in the comments. Tell me how your night went. If you were driving, what did you make? How big of a surge did it get? Was it crazy? Were the apps working properly? Were there any glitching? I'm very curious to know, because like I said, I like to have data. I don't know if I'll be driving next New Year's Eve, but it's good to have all this information, because then you can make more educated decision as far as what you want to do. So let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Have a nice day, everybody.